If I had to start learning AI from scratch today, this is exactly the roadmap I would follow. This isn't about becoming an expert overnight, it's about building a deep understanding that lasts. Build curiosity first. Before you touch any coding or mathematics, ask yourself one question: what actually is AI? Learn the basics. What is artificial intelligence? What is a large language model? What is an AI agent? What's the difference between them? Don't just memorize definitions, try to genuinely understand the concepts. Watch videos, read articles, experiment with different models, and most importantly, develop a passion for the subject. Without curiosity, learning AI becomes overwhelming very quickly. Passion is what keeps you going when things get difficult. Read something outside of technology. This might sound strange, but I think everyone interested in AI should read at least one philosophy or neuroscience book. One book I really enjoyed is Ein Date mit deinem Gehirn. Wer die Hirnenwelt versteht, braucht KI nicht zu fürchten. It explains how the human mind works, how we think, why AI is fundamentally different from humans, and why understanding ourselves is just as important as understanding machines. AI isn't only about technology, it's also about understanding intelligence itself. Learn the opportunities and the risks. Don't only watch videos about the newest AI tools. Also learn about the ethical side. I highly recommend listening to Tristan Harris and the Center of Humane Technology. Their podcasts and talks discuss topics like AI safety, social media algorithm, manipulation, ethics, the future of AI. Understanding the risks helps you build AI more responsibly. Learn how AI actually works. This is where most people stop asking questions, but this is where the real learning begins. Instead of only using ChatGPT, ask questions like: how does AI understand text? What are tokens? How does an LLM read a sentence? How does it read websites? What happens before the AI gives an answer? Once you understand the initial structure, AI suddenly becomes much less magical. Learn the math behind AI. This scares a lot of people, but honestly, it shouldn't. I'm not amazing at school math either. But the math used in AI actually makes sense because you immediately see why you're learning it. Start with matrices, matrix multiplication, gradients, and optimization later. Also, probability and statistics. When you understand matrix multiplication, you can begin to understand how neural networks, image generation, and language models actually perform calculations. Learn programming along the way. You don't have to become an expert programmer before learning AI. Learn programming while you're learning AI. If I had to recommend one language, it will definitely be Python. After that, JavaScript is also extremely useful, especially if you're interested in building AI applications for the web. The most important part is consistency. Write code every week, build small projects, keep improving. Consider a free AI certification. This is completely optional. You don't need certifications to become good at AI. However, many free certifications teach useful concepts like probability, ethics, machine learning basics, neural networks, AI terminology. They're a great way to structure your learning while also giving you something you can put on your CV. Research constantly. This never stops. Read research papers, watch conference talks, study different AI models, learn how they're trained, why they behave differently, their strengths, their weaknesses, how companies build AI systems. Building your own foundation model is incredibly expensive and unrealistic for most individuals. But understanding how these systems are built can prepare you for working with companies developing AI or building applications on top of existing models. Don't chase every new AI model. One of the biggest mistakes beginners make is trying every new AI that comes out. Today it's ChatGPT, tomorrow it's Claude, next week it's Grok. Then another model appears. Instead of jumping between everything, choose one model for each category that works well for you. For example, one LLM for writing, one coding assistant, one image model, one AI agent platform. Master your tools instead of constantly switching between them. Go deeper every single time. This is probably the most important advice I can give. Learning AI isn't about collecting information, it's about deepening your understanding. The first time you learn what a neural network is, you'll understand it maybe 10%. The second time, 30%. The third time, 60%. Eventually, someone asks, how does AI generate images? And instead of repeating something you heard online, you can explain from memory how tokens become embeddings, how matrices perform computations, how neural networks predict the next step, and how diffusion models gradually remove noise to generate an image. When you can explain something naturally without memorizing a script, that's when you truly understand it. AI changes every week, new models will come, new tools will appear, but the fundamentals stay the same. If you focus on understanding the fundamentals, mathematics, programming, neural networks, language models, probability, and how these systems are trained, you'll always be able to adapt. Don't rush, stay cautious, build projects, keep asking questions, and most importantly, never stop learning.